Are you ready? What does 2025 hold for the chosen ones? The journey of the chosen. Welcome, chosen one. Have you ever felt that your life was being guided by something greater? Have you felt that your life is part of a larger plan, as if a purpose is weaving the invisible threads of your destiny? As if all the puzzle pieces were slowly moving into place to reveal a hidden purpose? Now, more than ever, the universe whispers a message to the chosen. 2025 will be a decisive year. At this very moment, as time moves forward silently, 2025 approaches with mysteries and revelations. But make no mistake, this will not be an ordinary year. It will bring challenges that will test your faith and opportunities that only those truly prepared will be able to recognize and embrace. This is the call for the chosen ones, and you are here for a reason greater than you can imagine. Today, we embark on a unique journey. Let us explore what the universe and divine purpose hold for those who dare to answer the call. Are you ready to uncover the signs, align your life with the greater plan, and prepare for a year that can change everything? Stay with me until the end, because this reflection could be the missing key for 2025 to become the start of a new chapter. A chapter that only you can write. The winds of change have already begun to blow, carrying with them opportunities and challenges that only those who are prepared will be able to face. But the real question isn't about what the year holds. The question is, are you ready to embrace what's coming? Being chosen has never been synonymous with ease. On the contrary, it means carrying the weight of a mission that few understand. It means walking uncharted paths, trusting in signs that only the heart can decipher, and facing storms that test your faith and resilience. And you? Are you paying attention to the signs? They are everywhere, waiting to be recognized. The clock is ticking, and 2025 promises to reveal hidden truths, open unexpected doors, and demand courage from those who have been called. Imagine yourself standing before a portal, bright, imposing, and full of mysteries. Crossing it could change everything you know. Do you have the strength to move forward, even without knowing exactly what lies on the other side? This is where the journey begins. The first step isn't taken with your feet, but with your mind and spirit. Preparing yourself means adjusting your vision to see beyond the obvious, listening to the silence, and feeling what surrounds you. Are you willing to do this? Many people hope the year will bring answers, but the chosen ones know that the right questions are what guide the path. Ask yourself, am I in tune with my purpose? Am I prepared to reinvent myself and embrace the unknown? The call doesn't wait. It arrives without warning, in moments that seem ordinary, but carry profound meaning. Are you ready to hear it? Or will the noise of the world drown out the voice trying to guide you? Take a deep breath and feel the energy of this moment. You are not here by chance. Every challenge you've faced, every victory you've achieved, all of it has brought you to this point. Now it's time to decide. Will you follow the flow of the world or listen to the call of your soul? The journey of the chosen has never been easy, but it is always filled with purpose. 2025 will be a stage for revelations and transformations. The question isn't whether you'll be called, but whether you'll be ready to answer. Look back at the paths you've walked. The past few years have been marked by highs and lows, by moments of light and darkness. But one thing is certain. Every step, every obstacle overcome, has shaped who you are today. It was all preparation, even when it seemed like chaos. Think of the times you asked yourself, why is this happening to me? The answer may not have come immediately, but today, as you reflect on your journey, you may realize that what seemed like suffering was actually a lesson. You were being trained. The chosen understand that growth is born out of adversity. It is in the forge of difficulties that the spirit is strengthened. If 2023 and 2024 were years of learning, 2025 will be the year to apply everything you've learned. It's time to act. But be careful, don't confuse preparation with certainty. Not all chosen ones feel ready when the call comes. The difference is that they respond anyway. The courage to act in the face of the unknown is what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. And you? Can you see how every challenge you've faced in the past served a greater purpose? Perhaps the answers are not yet complete, but the chosen learn to trust the process. After all, the universe rarely reveals the entire plan at once. Remember the doors that closed. How many times did you feel lost, as if you had been abandoned? But look at where you are now. Every closed door redirected you to a path that, though difficult, was aligned with your destiny. This is how the journey of the chosen works. It is not a straight line, but a labyrinth full of choices. Some of them require sacrifices, others demand patience. But all, without exception, have a purpose: to shape you for what's to come. What you have done so far was merely preparation. 2025 will be the year when the next chapter is written, and it begins with your willingness to say yes to the call, even without fully understanding where it will lead you. The past is not just a memory, it is a map, full of marks and traces pointing to what's to come. And if you look closely, you'll realize that the answers you seek are already in your hands. You just need to decipher them. Chosen one, this is the moment to align your mind, body, and spirit. Do not cling to the wounds of the past, but neither should you ignore them. They are proof that you survived, that you are here, ready for the next step. You are more prepared than you think. The journey of the chosen is driven by a greater purpose, something that transcends personal goals or fleeting desires. 2025 will be the year when that purpose begins to reveal itself more clearly for those prepared to see beyond the visible. Imagine the universe as a grand stage where every action, thought, and choice is a piece of a divine puzzle. The chosen ones are not mere spectators in this spectacle. They are the lead actors, carrying in their hands the power to transform. But what does it truly mean to be a chosen one in 2025? It means understanding that your life is not just your own. Your actions impact lives around you, create ripples of change, and awaken others who are still asleep. You bear a responsibility that goes beyond yourself. Many will seek shortcuts, quick fixes, or easy paths. But the chosen know that true growth happens on the slow journey, where every step is a lesson, and every fall an opportunity to rise even stronger. 2025 will bring challenges that will test your faith, patience, and determination. But it will also bring blessings that reward your perseverance. It is a year of harvest, but the quality of the fruit will depend on what was sown in previous years. Being chosen does not mean being free from fears or doubts. It means acting despite them. It is understanding that every decision made with courage brings you closer to the purpose you were called to fulfill. And that purpose is grand. The world around you may seem chaotic. Crises will arise, distractions will try to steal your attention, and opposing voices will attempt to lead you astray. But remember, the chosen do not follow the flow, they create the path. In 2025, your mission will become clearer, but also more challenging. The universe is aligning the pieces so that you have the tools and resources needed to fulfill your call. What is missing now is your willingness to act. You have been shaped by the fire of experience, refined by the storms you've faced. 2025 will be the moment when these forces converge, not to destroy you, but to propel you to something greater. Chosen one, purpose is not a fixed destination, but a continuous journey. Every step you take toward it transforms not only your life, but the world around you. This is the year you will leave your mark. Are you ready to embrace the call? Preparing for 2025 goes beyond making plans or setting goals. For the chosen, preparation begins in the heart and spirit. It is an internal work that requires discipline, faith, and a deep connection to the divine purpose. Pay attention to the signs. They are everywhere, in nature, in a friend's words, in the synchronicities that seem inexplicable. The universe does not shout, it whispers, and only the chosen with calm minds and open hearts can hear. But do not expect the path to be easy. Every spiritual advancement attracts resistance, for growth destabilizes what is comfortable. The chaos you may face is not a sign of failure, but proof that you are on the right path. In 2025, distractions will be numerous. The world will try to convince you that other things deserve your attention. The noise of social media, the incessant quest for external validation, the fear of the unknown. But you must remain focused. As a chosen one, you carry a special light, but also a responsibility. Do not allow that light to be extinguished by difficulties or doubts. Every challenge faced is an opportunity to shine even more brightly. There are moments when silence is the greatest preparation. Take time to connect with your essence, to pray, meditate, and listen to the divine voice within you. The chosen ones not only speak with the universe, they listen and act. Remember, spiritual preparation is not something you do just once. It is a continuous process, a daily practice of aligning your energy with a greater purpose. In 2025, consistency will be your greatest ally. Do not underestimate the power of community. While the journey of the chosen often feels solitary, there are others like you, facing similar battles. Connect, strengthen bonds, and share wisdom. Together, the chosen are unbeatable. The challenges of 2025 may seem like insurmountable mountains, but the chosen know that with faith and determination, even the tallest mountain can be climbed. You were called to this moment because you have the strength needed to overcome it. Chosen one, the year ahead will be a test, but also an opportunity. The universe is waiting for your response. Will you accept the challenge, or will you allow fear to paralyze you? This is the moment to act, to trust, and to move forward with courage. Chosen one, 2025 will not be just another year on the calendar. It represents a portal, a call for those with the courage to embrace their role in something greater. It is the time to reaffirm your faith, strengthen your determination, and move forward with purpose. The universe has already set plans in motion for this new chapter, but the final destination depends on the choices you make. Every decision, no matter how small it seems, will be a vital piece of the grand mosaic of your journey. This is the year you can transform your life, but not alone. Connect with the divine source that guides all the chosen ones. Ask for wisdom to discern the right path, strength to face challenges, and courage to keep going, even when the road feels difficult. Remember, you were not called by chance. Every battle, every victory, and every moment of doubt has contributed to shaping who you are today. The universe has prepared you for this moment, and now it is your turn to answer the call. There will be moments when you feel fear or uncertainty. That is natural. But do not let those feelings prevent you from acting. The chosen are not those who never feel fear, but those who move forward despite it. Just be ready to reinvent yourself, to let go of old habits, and to embrace new possibilities. The journey of the chosen requires adaptation, learning, and a heart willing to grow. In 2025, these will be the keys to your progress. Do not view challenges as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Every difficulty is a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable, that your light is stronger than any shadow that tries to cover you. This is also the year to impact other lives. Your journey is not just about you, but about the people you inspire along the way. Use your light to guide, your example to motivate, and your words to encourage. Chosen one, 2025 will be the year you leave your mark. The choices you make now will echo through time, shaping not only your future, but also that of everyone who crosses your path. What will you do with this opportunity? The journey never ends because being chosen is to live in constant movement, learning, and evolution. But with each step, you grow stronger, wiser, and more connected to the purpose that brought you here. The universe is with you. Trust, move forward, and shine. Chosen one, 2025 stands before you as a portal of transformation. This video was an invitation to reflect on your preparation, the signs around you, and the calling that echoes in your soul. Every challenge and victory until now has been a lesson, shaping who you are today. Now, you know that the path ahead will require courage, faith, and determination. But it will also be filled with opportunities for growth and moments of divine revelation. You have within you everything you need to face what lies ahead. Remember, your journey is not just about where you will arrive, but about who you will become along the way. 2025 will be the year to leave your mark, to answer the call, and to live with purpose. Chosen one, no matter the size of the challenges ahead, the light that shines within you is greater. Trust the process, strengthen your spiritual connection, and believe that everything is aligned for your good. you are not alone on this journey. The universe and the divine purpose walk beside you. If this message touched your heart, like this video and share it with someone who is also seeking purpose for 2025. Tell us in the comments what you expect for the coming year and how you are preparing. Your story can inspire others. And if you haven't joined our community yet, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any content that strengthens your journey. My dear friends, thank you so much for your company in this video. We will meet again in the next one, and may your journey be guided by light and wisdom. See you soon.